Ladies and gentlemen, he's back. So I can return with the theme. What is going on, Taco Karu? Everything is finally right in the world. Let's go. Ha ha! What is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, aka your very own one and only Chi-Town Smart, man. How's everybody feel out there on this fantastic, crisp, and cool, still cicada infested, fine Tuesday evening? How's everybody feeling out there tonight, man? We are going to take it easy, chill, and relax. Due to the pay-per-view weekend we had that totaled about 342 hours, 240 of them being from Double or Nothing, and then the TNT stream that a large percentage of you have just come from, as of myself as well. We're going to keep this on the short and sweet side today. We're going to cover Raw. I'm going to work under the assumption that most of you have already either A, seen Raw, or heard about pretty much all the results. So what are you going to get here? You're going to get my POV, you're going to get my opinions, and you're going to get this fantastic personality of mine. I thank you all for being here, man. I appreciate it. What a weekend for pro wrestling, right? What a weekend, man. We had a lot going on, man. A lot to talk about. You know, people complain when there's too much going on in wrestling. People complain when there's nothing going on in wrestling. What are you going to do? Can't make them all happy, right? Right? Let's turn that down a wee bit. There we go. I'm hearing about the debuts in NXT tonight, man. Triple H and Shawn Michaels making moves. Bruh. Making moves. The biggest debut. The most anticipated debut. What did you guys think? Sexy Red. Sexy Red is in, like, what the why is this happening? Can someone help me with that? I thought I saw Megan Thee Stallion in the ring at one point. What has NXT turned into? What has NXT turned into? I saw Trick Williams in the ring. I think this is right before Ethan Page came out. By the way, Ethan and Jordan Grace showed up on NXT tonight, if you didn't know. But I'm pretty sure when I saw Trick Williams out there, he was in there with Megan Thee Stallion. I had it on a small screen in the side of my periph here. My God. Are they just hiring strippers now? What are they doing? Oh, that was Lash Legend? Oh, well, I'm sorry. I legit thought that was somebody who worked at Ace of Diamonds or something. Anyway, guys, follow me on social media. Chi-Town Smart on X. The real Chi-Town Smart on IG. OMG. That was Lash Legend? I was not kidding when I took a glimpse at that corner. I legit thought, because I knew Sexy Red was showing up, I thought she brought Megan Thee Stallion with her. Don't get me wrong. I would not mind being entertained by Megan Thee Stallion. Not so much when I'm trying to consume my pro wrestling, though. It's kind of one of those things when, you know, those worlds just don't really mix. Becky Lynch. What's going on with Bex, man? A whole lot of talk, a whole lot of presumptions. You know, I haven't seen presumptions like this and you know, guesses and rumors like this since we heard that Cody was leaving AEW, and everybody was, you know, including myself, saying thing. Well, I mean, where else is he gonna go? He's not going back to the E. No way Cody shows up there. Oh shit, he kind of showed up there. All right, didn't see that one coming. Didn't see that one coming, man. But that happened, so here's my thoughts on it, man. If Becky wanted to resign, she would have resigned by now. If WWE was gonna give her what she wanted, they would have given it to her by now. Maybe it was an amicable thing. Maybe she just decided to take a hiatus. Or look, man, believe it or not, think what you want. The possibility of Rebecca Quinn showing up in AEW, I've seen stranger things. The day I watched CM Punk walk back into the company where he sat down with Colt Cabana and just completely burned it to the ground, the day that he walked back into that company, the term anything can happen has a whole nother meaning for me. It just has a whole new feel, you know? Anything can happen, bruh. Do I anticipate it? I don't think I anticipate it. I really don't. And I think it comes down to what Rebecca wants to do. She has accomplished everything there is to accomplish in WWE. That is true. It's pretty much been her only home. She's still very young. Maybe she enjoys wrestling. Maybe she just wants to go and check it out. Can't hurt anything. Maybe that's what she wants. Who knows? Maybe she wants to stay home. That's also a possibility. I think all of these possibilities have just as good of a chance as happening than the next, you know? Who knows? The one thing that's far-fetched is her showing up at like New Japan or something. That shit's not happening. That's not happening at all. Becky showing up at TNA. I don't think that would happen either. Could be wrong. We just got Jordan Grace here tonight in NXT. What if that was a quid pro quo type deal? But I highly doubt it. Once you main event WrestleMania, you kind of put yourself on a different level, in a different playing field than the average professional wrestler. So it would just come down to what she wants to do. You know, the money is there. She'll make what she wants to make because she's earned that right. So it's just a matter of what she wants to do. We don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming that no one actually knows but the people in the Colby and Rebecca household. So we have to wait and see. Oh, Jason, what is up, bro? Jason, Jason, you can't skip the line, man. You can't skip the line, Jason, because David Thiering was first. David Thiering with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, bro. Says, How's it going, Jesse? Any quick thoughts on Ethan Page and Jordan Grace on NXT before heading into the Raw review? David, thank you so much, bro. You know what? I thought Ethan Page was on this. Oh wait, no, I'm not thinking about Ethan Page. I'm thinking about the other clown that started the promotion with Strowman. EC3. So no. Yeah, Ethan Page showing up. I didn't see that one coming, man. I didn't see that one coming. I don't think Ethan Page needs NXT. As a matter of fact, I'll venture to say there's no way in hell Ethan Page needs NXT. It's more of an issue of NXT needs an Ethan Page. Same for Jordan Grace. They just absolutely raided the NXT division in this year's draft and everything else. So they need bodies, and some experienced bodies will probably do them a lot better and serve them a lot more than bringing up brand new talent from the PC. So I'm not sure what the situation is for these two. I'm assuming that this Jordan Grace thing is a one-off for whatever feud she has going on. This is the second time in recent memory that Jordan has shown up in WWE products. So maybe this could be a reoccurring thing, though. Who knows? But I think both of them will serve NXT very well. Both of them are extremely experienced and pretty damn good at what they do. So they can definitely help the younger talent down there in NXT. Thank you so much, David Ding. I appreciate that, man. We also have Mr. Tony Brown with the $4.99 super chat. Says Shawn Michaels must have the keys to the meat locker. Never seen so much meaty goodness. Bro, Tony Brown, this is a PG show, bro. We are broadcasting to kids across the world live. And they might want to know why you're talking about lunch meat in a wrestling chat, bro. Oh, straight up, Tony Brown. Like I said, I looked out of the corner of my eye. I thought I saw Megan Thee Stallion in NXT, man. I don't know what they were doing. I already saw Sexy Red twerking away in the ring. I quickly changed the channel from that one. Came back to it, and I'm like, what the fuck? They got Megan Thee Stallion? Oh, that's not Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. Jason, my man, the Solid Monster, bro. Thank you so much with the $10 super chat. Says, just dropping by to show some love, Jesse, and the chat. Have a great stream. Jason, much appreciated, man. I caught TNT tonight. Another fantastic show, man. Another fantastic show. TNT has never looked better, Jason. It is must see TV for me. Never looked better, bro. You're killing it. Thank you so much. We gotta have a drink when I get to the NYC next month, bro. Smoke Man Joe with the $10 super chat says, just showing love, brother. Keep up the great work, man. You guys are awesome, man. You guys are awesome, and you're the reason why I do what I do. If you are a Taco Crew member, we do have new emotes. Enjoy those new emotes. If you want to become a Taco Crew member, feel free. Because then you get access to those emotes, and also you get access to the exclusive content on the channel that will be coming up every month. This month, first piece of content that went up is my discussion that I had with Swerve Strickland while in London. I kept it low-key, intimate. Didn't want to make it all public because a lot of it was a little bit personal. But nonetheless, it happened. And I'm only here to tell the truth, man. That's all I know how to do. I am sipping on some Buffalo Trace bourbon. fantastic, man. If you've never had, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Steven Caston with the 199 super chat says, anyone else from TNA who WWE would want? Love you, Jay. Thank you so much, Steven Casson. There is one big name in TNA right now who just re-signed not that long ago, but he would be the absolute top free agent to come out of that place, and that is Moose. My man Moose is a stud, man. He is a stud. I would be concerned with him in WWE only because I could see them having a hard time trying to differentiate him and Bobby Lashley. Pretty much the same goddamn character, same damn look, almost the same damn moveset. They're both pretty damn good. I mean, I don't know. I would be worried they would put them in a tag team and call them the fucking Harlem Heat version 2 or some shit. Some ridiculous like that. But Moose is a killer, man. Moose is someone that any company would be extremely lucky to have. And I don't know why he signed with TNA. Well, I do know why he re-signed with TNA. Moose is very loyal. Moose is a very loyal guy, and he's made that abundantly clear. I know he had a rough time making that decision when Scott left, as I'm sure a lot of people did. I'm still looking for the Motor City Machine Guns. I don't think they've landed anywhere yet. So we'll find out, man. We shall see. Let's do this, man. Let's get into the show. We start off. The new heavyweight world champion is lacking. The championship is lacking prestige because the champion won it by taking a shortcut. Who says that? Gunther. Gunther has come out. He is the new king of the ring. He has an absolutely gorgeous crown that he comes out bearing. This guy takes ownership and prestige of everything he does Gunther. Love it. His whole aura. I love it. You know what I noticed last night with Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser? Maybe this is just me. I feel like this is just a me thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'll see what you guys have to say in the chat. But I'm looking at Gunther and Kaiser next to each other in the ring. And not only are these guys almost the same height, but Kaiser looked like he might have been a tad bit even taller than Gunther. Is it just me that envisioned Gunther being this towering monster and Kaiser and, the other guy were significantly shorter? Maybe it's just a me thing. I mean, I could have swore that these guys were shorter than Gunther and he was the big fucking towering monster. Not only were these guys about the same height, like I said, it looked like Kaiser was a little bit taller. Did I miss something? Did Kaiser hit a growth spurt? Is Gunther shrinking? Is it one of those, just like those, what do you call it? The Mandela effect? Well, just, I don't know, like a vision starts becoming like a false reality in your head. I could have swore Gunther was taller than Kaiser. I mean, I don't get it. Even that Gunther has a giant frame and an old, yeah, but watching them, for some reason, last night, watching them side by side, they looked pretty much even in height, which I don't know. In my mind, Kaiser was much shorter and much smaller. I don't know. Could be. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe Maybe it was too much Buffalo Trace. Who knows? Who knows? So Gunther thinks that the current champion in Damian Priest is not a real champion, bro. He didn't win his title with honor. You didn't win this title with honor. You came in and cheated. And I'm the king of the ring. He makes everything sound so official and real and right. How can you argue with that? You won your title by taking a shortcut. I'm going to get my title opportunity by winning King of the Ring. You know? Until Damian Priest comes out. Started making some valid points of his own. Damian confronts Gunther. He congratulates him on winning King of the Ring. And he basically wants to remind him by saying, hey, man, maybe you forgot, but yeah, I cashed in to win my title like so many others have. But let's not forget, I earned that right to cash in that title by winning Money in the Bank. Fair enough. That is also a good point. That is also a good point. Gunther is 6'4", Kaiser is 6'3". Man, from last night, it looked like Kaiser was just as tall or taller. You know, I don't know. Plus, the heights of professional wrestlers are so hard to pinpoint. Even when you just Google them and look them up and try to find out, they are so kayfabe, bro. It is really, really hard to find. Some people make it that way. They make it so that it is really hard to find. Someone that I found out it was really hard to find out how tall they were was Vin Diesel. Bro, I mean, I know like the camera tricks and the camera, all that shit that he pulls to try to make himself taller, but it just feels like they lie about his height, like on every site that I've seen. Like they go out of their way to try to hide it and cover it up. So, I don't know, just kind of weird. This is kind of weird. Smoking Joe, let me get to Smoking Joe before I forget, man, because my man Smoking Joe is killing it right now. Smoking Joe has donated. Smoking Joe has donated 5 memberships. 5 memberships, bro. 5 gifted memberships from Smoking Joe to Johnny D, to Thomas, to Catherine Reed, to Chris Freely, to the Gary Spear. You guys can all thank Smoking Joe. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can give some too. Let me see. Oh, nope. I can't gift any more free ones. I have to wait a few more weeks. I tried. I lost my chat. Where's my chat? There's my chat. And there we go. Close that. Thank you so much, Smoking Joe, man. Damian Priest. Damian Priest says, hey, I won my opportunity. You know better than me. I like how Triple H is presenting Damian Priest. He is trying to make him look like a big deal. He's changing his whole aura. He's making him look good in segments. He is trying to make Damian Priest come off and look like and feel like a leader. Because he is the de facto leader of the Judgment Day, since the real leader just went down with injury. And you can tell that. You can tell from the way he is left to leave interactions with people looking like the big man on campus. Big Priest says something, it's a big deal. Big Priest comes out to do a run-in. It's a big deal, man. He's the world champion. And I think they are doing a fantastic job at treating him as such. This is definitely, don't get me wrong, this is definitely one of those instances where the title is supposed to make the man. But it's not like the title has nothing to work with here. Damian Priest has all the tools, man. He has all the tools. He is really good at what he does. He's a very believable champion at that as well. It does kind of feel like I'm still trying to get behind that aura that they're trying to put out. I can see it. I can feel it. You know, I get what they're trying to, to convey here. But I still like it hasn't quite reached it yet. I'm not soured on it. I mean, it still feels like it could get there. It's just not there right now. I feel like it's just not there right now. Priest is very transitional. I feel like he could end up being transitional, or they can stay the course and make this a real championship run. If they bail on him early, if they make him give up that title early, this will be a failed run. The only way that this is going to succeed for Damian Priest is if they keep doing what they're doing as far as the way they're making him look and the way they're booking him, and have him win. Win strong, win clean, make him look good in the ring, continue the way you're making him look in promos and everything else. And Damian Priest can be an actual legitimate champion. It would take him a year. I'm not going to lie. I would need to see Damian Priest as champion for a good solid year. That's going to be hard to do. That's going to require a lot of patience for creative, because they have so many other big names that they would love to see at top and everything like that. But you're going to have to feed them to Priest if you're trying to make a new star and you're trying to convince me that he's a credible world champion. That's just the way it's going to be, man. The title can make the man, but the title can't make the man in a couple of weeks. That's not how it works. You need to get us comfortable in the fact of reality that Priest is the champion, instead of us just waiting to see who he's going to pass it off to next. If every pay-per-view comes up, they're like, oh, this guy's going to win this one. Oh, this guy's going to win this one because Priest is going to lose that title because he's a transitional champion. If we continuously have that feeling about Priest, then perception is reality. That's how we're going to feel about Priest's run. He needs to win. He needs to win some big matches against some big names and big pay-per-view situations. If you're all in on trying to get Priest over as a credible world champion, it's going to come down to creative, man. It's going to come down to creative. As of right now, we're in the early stages. We're still in the, the infant stages of this. Let's see how it plays out. This summer is going to be very telling. Very, very, very telling. If he makes it a year as champion, I'll be shocked and I'll be all on board with it. If he loses it by SummerSlam, I think it's a failed run. If he gets out of 2024 with that title, if he makes it to the Rumble as champion, I'll consider that a W for him, man. Honestly, I honestly would. If he makes it the full year, I think it's a foregone conclusion. But if he makes it to the Rumble as champion, man, then and they have to make him look good and everything in between, don't get me wrong. But if they can do that, they might have a certified main eventer on their hand going forward. And that's what they want. You can't keep taking the title off of people who are not main eventers to give the title to main eventers when you're trying to make main eventers. So they do right by Priest. I think Priest will deliver and become a certified main eventer, by early next year. Drew McIntyre comes out. I like Drew, man. I like this version of Drew. He is a dick. And he hates Punk. I feel like Drew speaks for me in some ways. He gets on the mic and says CM Punk has been back for 6 months. And the highlight of his return has been him away. Love it. He introduces himself as #1 contender and says he's going to be champion in less than 3 weeks. Priest says he's not looking past him. He just knows what's going to happen when they're done. He says McIntyre says Damian is spreading himself too thin. Judgment Day is screwing up left and right. And ever since Rhea Ripley got hurt, things have gone to hell. He says he's the only person from the UK to have ever won the world title and advises him to go watch his match at Clash at the Castle last year and says he would have won last year if it wasn't for Solo and this year in Scotland. So, Drew out there spitting facts, man. Drew out there spitting facts. He gives a quick geography lesson on the layout of Great Britain and says that Damian will be walking into a war zone where the fans will break him mentally and he will break him physically. Damian is skeptical and he asks if his wife is going to be there and what her name is. You know, that getting personal. Drew tells him, hold on, you better watch the next damn thing to come out of your mouth, bruh. Priest says he was just looking to get under his skin and to find out if he'd be man enough to do something about it. I don't think Drew did anything about it because then in comes Braun. We got a lot of Braun tonight. I do not know why. I'm not entirely sure why, but we got a lot of Braun tonight. So, Drew gets the hell out of there quickly. Braun gets into the ring and stares down Priest. Just for all that, for us to take us to commercial break, where we get Strowman versus J.D. McDonagh. J.D. McDonagh has been booked like a comic relief in the Judgment Day. Maybe that's just the role for him, man. I don't know. But McDonagh and Balor, for that matter. Balor is a former world champion. Balor is the first Universal Champion. Finn Balor is a future Hall of Famer. And he's treated about the same as J.D. McDonagh out there. They're both like a couple of stooges. I mean, maybe that's the role they need from them right now. Everybody can't be booked as superstars at the same time. I get it. But you hate to see someone like Finn Balor just that low in the totem pole. Braun Strowman wins by pinfall and a power slam, and then he goes, Raw! Believe me when I tell you that will not be the last time that we will see or hear from Braun Strowman. Will not be the last time. Post-match, we have Carlito and Finn. They try to beat the big man down, Braun, but he shrugs them off, does the big raw. Clears the ring. McDonagh attacks Strowman from behind with a steel chair. Braun completely no-sells it. Of course. He ramrods straight and turns and smacks the chair out of his hand, sending Judgment Day running away. We get Liv Morgan backstage. Now, we're going to get a lot of Liv Morgan on the screens. Just about as much as Braun Strowman. The difference is, I would like a lot more Liv Morgan on the screen and a lot less Braun Strowman on my screen. But maybe that's just me. Backstage, Damian Priest tells Finn Balor and McDonagh, he tells Finn Balor to go find McDonagh and bring him back to the clubhouse. Where the fuck is McDonagh? Where's McDonagh? Bring him back here. Let me see. So, Ricochet makes his entrance to the ring. We get Ricochet versus Ilja Dragunov. What can I say, man? These guys, to watch them have 20, 30 minute just knock down, drag out, just fantastic wrestling match would be great. That's not what we got here. That's not what we got here. So this one breaks down at the end because Ricochet, what happened at the end? Braun Breaker comes out and absolutely just murdered Ricochet at the end of the match. I saw obituaries go up. Killed. Braun Breaker murdered him. I like what they're doing with Braun Breaker. He has his own little orbital storyline that's kind of off on a tangent from everything else between him and Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce is on social media today. He put up a video from his house or wherever he was. I didn't watch the whole thing, but basically it was covering the Braun Breaker situation. Looks like he was, apologizing for the chaos. Was trying to reassure that he had everything under control. I like this. It's just another piece of a puzzle of a way to get someone like Braun Breaker over. A lot of people don't know who he is. Even the ones that have heard the name before, they're not overly familiar with his gimmick and how he works. So this is something memorable. This is something that's going to stick out to a newer fan. And it's going to make them ask and want to see more. And like, oh, okay. Let's see what this Braun Breaker guy is all about. He's kind of beating the shit out of people for no reason. We like that. So I'm guessing Ricochet wins by disqualification since he got murdered by Braun Breaker. Adam Pearce came rushing out to the ring, started reading Braun the riot act, and Breaker just no-sold him. Like, whatever. Pipsqueak. It's kind of odd behavior for like someone who would be considered a rookie-ish, to come off with that kind of gumption to be like, I'm going to do this and not get in trouble, It happens. Some people have that kind of confidence. It happens. But let's see where it goes. Authors of Pain versus the Creed brothers. This was also a very quick match. Authors of Pain win by pinfall. I don't know. What more can you say here, man? There's nothing really interesting going on with Authors of Pain individually right now. There is something extremely interesting brewing up, although, with Karrion Kross and the New Day. That is something of interest. That is something that I'm highly interested in. He says he's trying to recruit Xavier, but is he? He says that Xavier is the one that never got his shot in the sun. Big E has had his shot. Kofi has had his, but why not Xavier Woods? Why are they trying to hold him down? He's making Xavier go, But is that his intention? Is he trying to recruit Xavier, or is he trying to get Kofi? Is he trying to get both of them? The New Day has never really ventured outside of that safe bubble of the power of positivity gimmick that they've been using since forever. They've never strayed from it. They've never ventured into breaking it up, doing something different with it. Maybe it's time. What is this power of positivity gimmick gonna do for us that we have not already seen countless times over and over and over again? This could be something interesting, man. I know they've once said that they never want to turn heel. They never want to break up. But things like that get stale, especially as a babyface. As a heel, when things get stale, what's the crowd going to do? Boo? That's what they want you to do. As a babyface, when things get stale, what are you going to do? Boo? Okay, that's bad. They don't want you to boo the baby faces. It kind of messes up the whole dynamic. So maybe somewhat of a heel turn is on the horizon for the New Day. Maybe. We shall see. Sheamus makes his way to the ring. Grabs the mic. He asked if we enjoy King of the Ring. Says that they were great matches. They were banger after banger after banger. You know, it's this new catchphrase. Banger, 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 banger. But sadly, no Sheamus because Ludwig Kaiser smashed his knee and took him out. But that's the name of the game. Hey, that's the business we're in, bruh. What he is salty about is that Gunther glorified coat rack of his left him sitting there at home waiting to get cleared. He didn't appreciate that. He didn't appreciate getting hurt. So he has a message for Kaiser, and that's he's back. He's cleared. He can't wait to get his hands on. Kaiser appears on the Titantron and says since Gunther is the king of the ring, nobody stood a chance anyway. Sheamus tells him to shut up and charges to the back to go find him. Backstage, Ludwig blindsides him as he was looking for him. And soon enough, the Celtic Warrior gets the upper hand in that brawl. It spills out onto the stage, and referees and peers swarm to go break it up. So we're going to get a Ludwig Kaiser and Sheamus match. That should be a good one. That should be a good one, man. We'll see. Becky Lynch gives Lyra Valkyria a quick pep talk. Kairi Sane makes her entrance with Dakota Kai at her side. We get Lyra Valkyria versus Kairi Sane. I like what they're doing with Valkyria in terms of they are putting her in positions to make a name for herself. They're putting her in prominent spots. They're putting her in the ring against actual top tier opponents. They're not just, the typical blueprint for giving us a new talent would be putting them out there with jobbers and just let them have this enhancement match and then just show us how great they are. I truly believe that's a little passe. I don't believe that's showing us anything. But when you have her get to the finals of the King of the Ring, and then you have her beat Kairi Sane after she's already beat Io Sky, that's something, man. That tells the audience that Lyra Valkyria is a force to be reckoned with, and she is not some. So the next match that Lyra has, whoever is against, it isn't going to be looked at as this is Lyra's going to lose again. No, we don't know. We don't know. They are booking her strong, and they are having top talent put her over. So who knows? They have plans for Valkyria, obviously. She wins by pinfall with a crucifix pin. Good on her. Good on her. Let's see what they do. Don't care for the bird girl, Steven. You gotta give her a chance, man. If you're like me, you don't like change. I don't like change when I get the things I'm used to. And Lyra Valkyria is not like anyone else on the roster. She's also not very exciting, so I see what you mean in that regard. But who knows, bro? Always use this example. Remember when The Rock debuted? Rocky Maivia. He had the fucking tassels and the peach fuzz, and he came out like, yeah! Woo, yeah! JR putting him over. That's a blue chipper right there. That's a blue chipper. He is going to be the man. Guy was trash. Absolute dog shit. Hated him. They got whipped for that shit. Turned that shit around. Found out that this guy has more charisma than fucking than there are ants in the fucking in the yard, bro. This guy has charisma up the fucking woo-ha. It took them 15 minutes to change The Rock's gimmick into just an asshole heel that everybody loved. And we all know where that went to from there. You don't know. We don't know, man. She's starting out. And the early stages of gimmicks have a tendency to suck. they have a tendency to suck. Let's see how it evolves. When you're good in the ring, you have a much longer leash to get everything else right. If you suck in the ring, you better be really, really good at everything else. Really good. But she's good in the ring, so everything else can come with time and teaching and, experience. So, we'll see how it goes. Finn Balor and Carlito. They meet up backstage with Damian Priest. Priest asks, where is JD? Carlito said, in the venue, doing a podcast with Jason Solomonster, man. What the fuck, bro? Priest says, where's JD? And what is Carlito doing here? When he asked for the Judgment Day to get it done, but Carlito finds McDonagh on his way out, and JD says he gave Braun Strowman the slip. So these guys are all backstage running from Braun Strowman like a fucking episode of Benny Hill. I could almost hear the music playing. Damian asked if he has to step in and take care of this, and then Dominic pulls up. Boy, Dominic, man. Dirty Dom. I see you, Dirty Dom. Bruh. Say what you want, but this is what I'd say right now. Dominic Mysterio is the absolute best pro wrestler on the planet right now. Absolute top best. No one better. If your wrestling moves can get you Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan, you win. You win at pro wrestling. Why is Cody champion? I think Dirty Dom should be champion. Fuck Cody. I don't see Cody banging Rhea and Liv Morgan. No. It should be Dirty Dom. Why does he have no title around him? Where's his title? This guy is killing the game right now, bro. What is he doing wrong? Nothing. He's better than you, me. Are you banging Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan? No. You are a loser, as am I. Who's winning? Dom. And he's married. He's married and he's got 2 girlfriends at work. Bruh. Dom for the W, bruh. We get. Let me see. Backstage, Kairi saying his Smasher's lap. Yeah, whatever. Carlito versus Rey Mysterio. Man, that feels like a blast from the real past, man. That feels like a blast from, my God, the 2000s. Rey Mysterio versus Carlito. Wow. Mysterio wins by pinfall with a slingshot splash. Post-match, Mysterio throws Finn into the announce desk and calls Dragon Lee over for help. Not sure why, but whatever. Lee goes up top to the top rope to go and try to kill, but Priest came in to save, and Carlito spits in Dragon's eye. Priest got under him, Razor's Edge. He's dead. He's gone. Lee is done. Ray setting up for the 619 on Damian Priest, but Priest recovers. Pretty much killed him with a boot in the South of Heaven. Priest, once again, left to stand tall and look, like a champion in this one. I think it's important, everybody's supposed to look, have their moments where they look bad and their moments where they look good. I think it's important that Priest has more moments where he looks good than he looks bad, especially in the early stages of this run. But I like the presentation of Damian Priest right now. I cannot complain about that. Not yet, at least. Give me a minute. I'm sure I'll complain. Backstage, Chad Gable is berating Akira Tozawa for not being in Saudi Arabia. Where were you, bro? Where were you? How come you weren't in Saudi Arabia? He blames Tozawa. He said, I lost at Saudi Arabia because I was too busy worried about what you were doing and why you weren't there. What a piece of shit. Tozawa apologizes, and Gable tells him not to. He said, don't apologize. He's not mad. He said, I'm not mad, bro. I'm just disappointed. Wow, what a real dick. Strowman storms through, yelling about JD. Where's JD McDonagh? With Maxine Dupree and Otis rolls up. Chad is mean to Maxine and yells at Otis for costing him the match, but says he's going to give him a chance to redeem himself by beating Bronson Reed. So we getting Bronson Reed versus Otis. Io Sky is my wife, says Sex Machine. Do not tell lies in my chat. Do not tell lies in my chat about my woman, bro. You keep that up, you'll be bounced. You take that back. Io is not yours. You take that back. Mine. Big Bronson Reed, Otis. Bronson Reed wins by pinfall because Chad Gable. Chad Gable was all over Bronson and oh crap. Okay, yeah, this AI feature is making you guys hear things that I really didn't say. So fucking AI, man. You just can't trust it. Bronson Reed wins because Gable was all in Otis's face, you know, telling them what to and what not to do. You know, don't do the worm, don't do this. And broke Otis's concentration, so that's how Bronson Reed won the match. We come back from commercial break, and Gable asks Otis what is to be done with him and asks what it'll take to get him through all of this. He tells Otis he lacks discipline, and he's going to show him some discipline. He tells Otis he made him... Excuse me, sorry. He tells Otis he made him do this, and he takes his belt off and orders him to grab the rope. Let me tell you something, bro. I saw Chad Gable take off his belt the way he did and then told Otis to grab the rope. Man, I don't know. Bro. I know this is all kayfabe and an act, but I feel like if I'm Otis in that moment, I would have forgot about my gimmick and character. And he would have took off his belt and said, grab the rope. I would have looked at him and said, man, I'm a grown-ass man, dog. What the fucking... What? What? No. We gotta come up with another way. You supposed to spank me with a... What? No. Anyway, tells Otis to grab the rope. Otis, big fucking 300-pound boulder of a man, says, okay. Turns and grabs the rope and assumes the position. Oh, my God. He goes to strike him, but then Maxine Dupree grabs the belt to save Otis. Maxine Dupree, the woman, stopped the little guy from beating down the big 300-pound man. What? Come on, man. I want to suspend my disbelief, but you have to help me. You have to help me, bro. Chad asked if she's going to cry. Then tells her to dry her tears and get the hell out of his ring. And she does. She stops him from hitting Otis, but then when she's told to get out of the ring, she says, okay. He berates Tozawa and winds up to go give Otis that lashing that Otis clearly deserves, but he stops because Sami Zayn's music hits. And we all know you can't give someone a belt lashing when some other person's music hits. You have to stop and wait. You have to stop and wait. He checks on Maxine coming up the aisle, does Sammy. And then he charges for the ring, and then Sammy gets in the ring and he asks Chad and say, what's he gonna do? And calls him weak and a little man, and who's manipulated his way to opportunity after opportunity, and he come up short every time. When he does, he looks for everybody else to blame, but he's got his own. But he's got news for him. It's nobody else's fault but his own. Chad is the one who can't get the job done. Gable's mad. He's fuming, bro. He's steaming, bro. Tells him he doesn't know what he's talking about, and he winds up to hit Otis again. Otis is still standing there holding that rope, waiting for that spanking. I'm starting to wonder. This is a no Diddy moment. So let's get those no Diddy moments up there. As a matter of fact, babe, I know you're listening because you heard that AI slip up from earlier. Take a note. Let's get a no Diddy emote for the Taco Crew. Let's get that done. No Diddy emote. Maybe a picture of Diddy's face with like the circle and the band line through it. No Diddy. Look at that. You heard it here first, man. Let's make it happen. So let's see. Sammy takes the belt from him. Otis is no longer sitting there in that position. Oh yeah. So has anyone ever thought about this for a second? Maybe Otis and Chad Gable won't break up. They like spankings. I don't know. I'll leave that there for you guys to make your own decisions. No Diddy. Sammy throws the belt out of the ring and takes the title off as well and advances. Chad hides behind Otis with his sad face and teary eyes. Sammy asks Otis if he's going to listen to Chad anymore. He's finally going to listen to these people. Listen to these people. And then Chad just shoves Sammy down. They brawl in the corner, double leg. Otis pulls Zayn off of Chad, and Gable hits a German suplex on him, on the Sammy. And Otis ends up leaving with Chad Gable again. So they just can't break it up, man. So that means sometimes you're happy where you are. Sometimes you like getting spankings in public by another man with a belt, and it's okay. Gonna need that no Diddy emote very soon, babe. Gonna need that. What we have here? We have Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Sonya Deville. Let's see where that's going. We're not too sure. But Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship in a steel cage. There we go. This is it. This is the match that everyone has been talking about. This should be a barn burner. This should be hype. This should tear down the house. This match was dull as dishwater. Dull as dishwater. The crowd didn't give a shit. Becky certainly didn't give a shit. It looked like the only one there that gave a shit was Liv Morgan. She looked great out there. Becky wrestled this match like she was contractually obligated to and nothing more. It felt like she wrestled this match because she had to, and it was her job to do it, and she couldn't wait to get out of there. And sure enough, when the match was over, she goes backstage, takes this photo of her leaving the venue, posted on social media. She stayed in the ring at the end of it, just getting that last moment, Look, this is WWE we're talking about, man. This is WWE we're talking about. And the possibility that this could be a work is always on the mind. This could all be a work. It's very, very, very possible. If history has taught us anything, though, with things like this, it tends to not be a work. So it looks like come June 1st, Becky will be a free agent. Now, relax. That does not mean it's a foregone conclusion she's going to AEW. All right? But at the same time, it also doesn't mean that she's not. So this is really one of those, everyone can speculate all they want. You guys can check your news sources. You can check your SAPs. You can check your Meltzers. You can check everything you want to check. I don't think we're going to know anything for certain until we see her or hear it from her. Because if they wanted us to know, we would know by now. We would know by now. So by the end of this one, Liv was breathing heavily. She was thinking about the next step ahead. She's heading up top, but then Lynch behind her, side Russian leg sweep off of the second rope, cover, no. Dominic Mysterio comes to ringside. He unlocks the door, trying to wave Becky through. He's trying to get Becky to leave, because if you leave the cage, you win. So Dom's like, come on, open the cage, bro. Let's go. He opened the door, tried to wave Becky through. All right. But then Finn Balor and JD McDonagh comes down to say, Dom, what the hell are you doing? What are you doing? You're supposed to stay out of this nonsense. What are you doing? So as they're down there trying to figure out what Dom is doing, in comes Braun. I told you that wasn't the last time we would see Braun. You thought I was joking, didn't you? Braun comes down, looking for these two clowns, starts doing the Strowman train all the way around the ring. I thought it was just Vince McMahon that got a hard on for watching Braun run. Clearly it's Triple H as well. He runs all the way around the ring. He's chasing JD and Finn. JD and Finn runs by Dominic. Runs right by him. Braun, as he runs by Dominic, shoulder checks him, Dom, right into the cage. But right into the cage door. And at that point, Becky was almost out of the ring. She was climbing out of the door that Dominic had open for her. Wham! Hits Becky in the head with the cage door. Becky goes flying right back into the ring. Liv Morgan looks up and sees that and beelines for the door. She gets out and she escapes. Liv Morgan retains. Becky Lynch is sitting in the ring pouting because she lost. They show Dominic on the ramp, and then they show Liv Morgan walking up the ramp, and then the show goes off the air. No one sees anything else. Until you go to Twitter and find out that Liv Morgan basically tried to jump Dom's bones. Liv Morgan stuck her tongue so far down Dominic's throat that Rhea Ripley felt it at home. I would bet anything that he had a legit I can't get into it all. It's a PG show. It's a PG show. But this wasn't one of those just Hollywood kisses. Like, no. It looked like she gave him a preview of what she is about to do with that tongue when they get back to that locker room. That's what they didn't show on the air. Bro. Dominic is the undisputed WWE World Champion right now. He is. I don't know what Cody is carrying around. I don't know what Priest is carrying around. But Dominic is clear. And since there's no more Becky, Dominic is clearly the man. Dominic Mysterio wins at All Pro Wrestling. That's how the show goes off the air. Sort of. Don't forget Dom's also married. Yeah, man. Yeah, right, Craig. We said that earlier, bro. Dominic has a wife at home and 2 girlfriends at work. What are you doing with your life? Are your girlfriends Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley? If not, you're doing it wrong. You are doing it way wrong. Kind of a weird show. They did move some story along. It was good. It was fine. I don't know what happened in this main event. I don't know. I don't know if I can blame this main event on Becky, because it really just feels like the crowd didn't give a shit about it. And granted, her energy didn't help anything. Her energy did not help the situation at all. But we'll see, man. Is this all the work? Did she put that out there on purpose to leave like this on purpose? Or is that how she actually feels? Again, guys, we're not going to know the actual legit story behind this until much later, or until they just decide to tell us, because we don't know. We can speculate, and that's what the fun part of what we do is. That is the fun part. We get to speculate. We get to have fun guessing, fantasy booking, all things like that. That is the fun part, because when we know for sure, then it's a done deal. It's not a done deal when Meltzer tells us. It's a done deal when they tell us or when they show us themselves. Let's see. Do we have any more super chats before we go? Smokeman Joe, welcome to the Taco Crew, bro. Make sure you check out the exclusive content and more to come very soon. Enjoy those new emotes. Stephen Casson, I don't think I caught this one, but Stephen Casson, $4.99 says, Jesse, are you having Drew lose again at Clash at the Castle? He just re-signed, so maybe, but a long priest reign sets him back. Gunther getting it. Okay, I think I see what you're trying to say. So what are we getting at Clash at the Castle? Are we guessing we're gonna get a triple threat match? Right? We're gonna get Drew, we're gonna get Priest, and we're gonna get Gunther. All right. Well, if we go by what I just said earlier, Damian Priest needs to win. And a triple threat match like this is a fantastic way to protect him without, burying everyone in the match. So it's about what kind of story they're going to tell. Does Drew win at Clash at the Castle to become champion? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. So if they got to put him in that match at Clash, then they got to do it. But I think it's a bad idea to have Drew lose. So if Drew doesn't win, I'm going to say it's because of Punk. All right? So that's the easy part right there. So maybe Punk is the reason that Damian Priest retains. I don't know how Gunther would factor into that decision, though. Because that would also mean that he has to lose. But I think they're going to take the approach. Wait a minute. Gunther has a world title match set for SummerSlam. So he doesn't need to be at the match at Clash in the Castle. So for that reason, I don't think he's going to be in there. Yeah. I just clicked back over to Stephen Cat. Yeah, Gunther wins at SummerSlam. So I don't see he gets the winner at SummerSlam. So I don't know. But I definitely see Drew losing because of Punk. We got to keep that belt on Damian Priest at least to SummerSlam. We get to Gunther and Priest, and I think we got to come up with another way to keep that title on Priest and not have Gunther take it. I feel like when Gunther wins that world title, it's going to be his to stay there for a very long time. So anything, I don't see Gunther winning that world title until WrestleMania. Put it like that. I don't see Gunther winning that world title until WrestleMania. So I think Priest stays champion until WrestleMania. So, but they have to. It's a mess just to keep the title on Priest. It is. I think it's necessary if you want to help strengthen your card down the road. Because if you treat Priest like a transitional nobody, then he's not as good as used to you after that. Then you got to rebuild him again. You know? Could someone cash in at SummerSlam to hold off going through? That could be an option as well. But again, a cash in, if you're trying to keep the title on Priest, just means it's going to be a failed cash in. So maybe it's just not the right time for Priest. Maybe he's going to have to drop it. Maybe he's going to have to drop it sooner. But I think it'd be the best idea to have him stay champion. Gunther's moment is etched in stone. Gunther will be world champion. And when that happens, they might as well just paint that title on him because it's not coming off anytime soon. So that should be interesting, man. Guys, that is today's show. We said we wanted to zip through it. I feel like we were here for quite some time. Where's my ticker? Where's my ticker? I don't know. I lost my damn ticker. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, man. Yeah, we were here for a little minute, man. We were here for an hour and a half almost. Guys, that is today's show. I will see you guys next time. What is the next show? What is this? Thursday, Friday? Friday night or Saturday night? Maybe I'll do some bonus content on Friday. But I'll see you guys this weekend. Let's find Max. Where is Max? I'm still so giddy about Max returning, bro. I can't get over this. I can't get over this. Guys, that is today's show. Oh, I got my No Diddy emote. I don't see anything. Did you send it to the wrong email? You probably did. I'm assuming you sent it to the wrong email address, babe. I'll take a look at that a little bit later. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I will see you guys next time. Take it easy. Stay safe. Peace.